because I know what I want to be. So I was looking into what majors these colleges have. I also took into consideration the location because I know moving out of state is a lot more expensive. And I looked at the athletics because I know that that's one way I might be able to get a scholarship, and just those different things. And I like going to the one-on-one tours more than the open houses because I just feel like if I have questions and I want them answered, like I don't like a big group venue.
I've definitely done like a lot of my research on like my major. Like I've gone online and checked out what classes I need just to prep for next year. Other than that, I haven't really looked into it as much as I probably should be, which I do need to get a hold of. I have noticed I do get emails from a lot of the colleges I was interested in, and they let me know about like open houses, like online, virtual open houses and stuff like that. And I have been looking into some of those, but other than that, can't leave. So.
A lot of the colleges that I looked into did the same thing with me, and for me the process is a little bit different because I want to go into musical theater. I want to be a professional Broadway performer, so for me I looked at conservatories and looked at which schools would offer me the best program that's fit for me, and schools that would also offer scholarships. And the school that I got accepted into is actually my first choice. It's like literally my dream school, so I'm really excited for that. And thankfully they have talent scholarships that they give, and I was like blessed enough and super honored that they gave me a talent scholarship because that helps an enormous amount. And now I've just been doing research with my future roommates about apartments in New York, and just finding out what's going to be the best financially for all of us, because we probably will all get jobs there and such in the city. And it's been a really long and hard process, but I think overall it's been really worth it because it's just one step closer to achieving my goals.
So for me, every couple of days at our school, they'll bring in like colleges that we can talk to, representatives from colleges that we can talk to at our lunches, and I feel like that was one of my favorite things. Like I get mail from a bunch of colleges and emails, and I usually just kind of trash them and don't look at them or really worry about them. But it was nice to have someone there to talk to that they could answer all my questions. And I would stop and talk to all the schools, even if I already knew they didn't have my major, just because maybe they had something else they could offer me. And that was probably my favorite thing when looking at schools. So, yeah.
Wow.
With me, I've kind of like researched online. My high school did something like that too. They had like lots of people that would come in during our lunchtime and speak to us and get us motivated to go there. And that was also helpful, and it's kind of hard not knowing that I have like those type of resources anymore. But I kind of do like online research, like looking into like what classes I'll need, like places in the area that I could potentially live and stuff like that. So it's kind of like self-research.
Wow, yeah. That's amazing. So where do you like the way that colleges and universities access you currently? I know that you mentioned you get mail, you get email, that maybe you see it on Instagram. What do you like about how post-secondaries reach out to you, and what don't you like?
You mentioned Instagram. I do like when they like sponsor ads and they pop up, because I don't follow like any colleges, but I always click on them when they pop up just to check it out. I honestly hate getting mail from them because there are schools that'll send me like mail once a week, and it gets annoying, especially like at this point in my senior year. I already know where I'm going and what I'm doing, and I still get mail from colleges all the time. And there's some that won't Like, if they just send you mail once, that's fine. It's nice to get that and see, like, oh, that's an option. But there are colleges that constantly send me mail, and I don't like that. It makes me not want to go there, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. It's like really almost like frustrating that they will keep emailing you even after the fact that, you know, I feel like they know that a lot of students have chosen where they're going. But I guess that, like, at the end of the day, like, you know, they may not, you know whether or not that you've gotten that information. So I try not to, you know, get too frustrated, because at the end of the day, they're just, you know, trying to reach out to students and, you know, potentially make a change in someone's life. So it's, yeah.
I definitely agree with the mail. I understand, like, if they send you the mail once and you don't show any interest, then don't send it anymore. But they continue to send it and send it.
Yeah.
If I show interest, yeah, keep sending it. But I didn't, so I don't want your school.
Fair.
My biggest pet peeve, I think, would be the emails, because I'm probably not the only one who gets like a whole bunch of like 2,000 emails on their phone. And I have a lot of things that go through my email, so it's kind of hard to like scroll through if I see, are you interested in that? And like, obviously you're not showing interest, and I have to get to the important stuff, so I'm just like scrolling through all these unneeded emails. I also agree with the mail thing as well. It's like no interest is being shown, so like, why are you continuing? But I mean, I'm kind of used to it by now that I just like pick out what I need and throw the rest away. So
I think definitely email. Like, that is like the one thing that pops into my head when you ask that question is emails. I get a ton of emails from colleges all the time.
Yeah, I'll see schools I've never even heard of, and they'll be my email. I'm like, oh, okay, glad to know that that's there.
I agree. Emails are definitely the main ones that are being sent, and it's kind of like, I feel like they send it to a lot of people at a time to get it out to more places. So I think that's why there's more emails than anything, because you can easily click one button and it's sent to like a whole bunch of people's emails.
We filled out these things in school. I don't know if anyone else got them. We got little papers, and it was basically what we were looking for, what we were interested in, sports activities and stuff like that, and then a few colleges that we were interested in. And then it just basically, I think that's how it came about, because I had multiple classes have me fill this paper out. Wow. And then afterwards, the emails just started coming in from all of these different schools, asking me, like, they knew what I was interested in and all these things. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Can I hear what the question was again? Because it lagged out for me.
Yeah, it was just how you have to pinpoint how these post-secondaries might have got your contact information?
Well, for me, I actually did college auditions back in like last year. So for a lot of like conservatories that contacted me, it was definitely through doing auditions in the past. Yeah.
I think for me, it was when I took the SATs. I took it for the first time my sophomore year, and you have to fill in all your information, and that goes to the college board. I think they say that they're gonna give your information to colleges if you fill it out. And I was like, well, I don't know where I want to go, so why not? So I did.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of online. We kind of did the same thing where they had us fill out where we would be interested to go and some like 2 other potential possibilities. And I think that's where it kind of came from. And they said that they could possibly send us emails and stuff like that. So after I've done that, they've still, sent emails in places that I haven't even put on my list of sent me emails as well. So.
Wow.
sure if there's anything I would do differently because I'm like being on social media, they know that that's where we are. So I feel like by doing that, they're targeting us, and so I don't think.
Yeah, I definitely think they should start going more of the social media direction, like with TikTok. How many hours a day do you spend just sitting on TikTok and think about the ads that pop up every once in a while? If that could be a college ad instead of some other ad, then it would bring kids in. And as well as like Instagram, the sponsored that Natalie mentioned, just things like that. It would just, I think it would help a lot, bring more interest in.
I totally agree. Say most people don't like I don't really care to go through all my emails and see all the colleges that email me. Like when I do my go through my emails, it's strictly for like school stuff because I have to, not because I want to. I think social media is definitely the way to go. Like Instagram ads or TikTok ads or whatever. Like that's where people our age spend most of their time is on social media. So I think that's definitely your best bet as a college to try and get kids interested.
I think like hashtags and like what you said, like challenges, I think they really bring people in. So if like take a challenge and a college kind of fit it to more of themselves and just changed it a little bit and then put it out there, I think it would really pull people in. And then just make it unique to their college. Like what about them do they want to, what do they want to emphasize on? What is their top quality that will bring kids in? And then build from that.
Cool, yeah.
I agree with the contest and everything because I know everyone likes a prize, and so it's just probably the best way to go about it.
A key point would be to make it not look like an ad almost. Like make it look fun. Like when I'm scrolling and I see an ad and I can tell it's an ad, that's when I skip it. But it has to look entertaining. It has to look like something I'm gonna want to watch.
I think one thing I would do if I was like a post-secondary is like you always see those like contests or things that people repost in their stories or like for every repost we'll donate $1 for like, something for the environment or something like that. If colleges did something like that with like a prize that like we'll pick 5 random people and send you like a basket of college gear or something, then I feel like it would get posted a lot more. Every time I see stuff on my store on like Instagram stories, I always click on them and check it out, and I feel like that would get a lot of people involved in some type of like contest like that.
My favorite event was definitely the open house that we had at AC. Going in and they had us take pictures, me and a few of the other people that were doing it. And it actually kind of broadened my perspective on it because it allowed me to go around and talk to people in a different way while taking the photos. And they had a different outlook of me even. Like I wasn't just a random student. I think they took me more seriously almost because I was endorsing the college. But yeah, that was and I had a lot of people come up to me and be like, oh my, I saw you were doing that. Like, and they would ask me questions about what I was doing and what it was for. See the impact that it was making.
I had a lot of people do the same. They would come up to me and be like, hey, I see you're making all these posts about CCVC. What's that about? And so it gave me the opportunity to like share with them like what I was doing and what the school has to offer. And I thought that was a cool opportunity that I talked to people that I don't even normally talk to. Some people would just DM me on Instagram and be like, what is this? That was cool.
Yeah, I had a lot of DMs as well from people who went to Eastern Kentucky University, and they were like, it's really cool what you're doing, and just being able to put things out there and like be happy about it and not make it look like an ad, make it look like something that, you know, an opportunity for other people to see things that they probably wouldn't have seen if a certain person didn't post it. So kind of like an outlook for other people. So that was really cool.
For I think my third post for Teal, whenever I tagged the college on my Instagram story, they actually put my post on their story, and I had so many people from Teal followed me, and then I know a couple people DM'd me. They were like, "Hey, are you doing the Teal?" And I was like, "I'm just a junior, getting the college out there." I thought that was really funny.
I think it is. I think it's very effective because I have a few friends who were like very like interested in it because they saw like me interested in it. So they're like, okay, so what is it all about? And it's kind of like giving more information to them because they're like, they probably were like blindsided on the certain college that I was advertising. So when I told them more about it, they started to be interested in it and wanting to look more into it. So yeah, I feel like it's effective to have people in the age group supporting the people who are going to be in like those colleges and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think it goes back to the thing about wanting to show ads that don't look like ads, like Maddie said, because a lot of my friends, if they saw like a ad for the college on their Instagram, they'd probably just skip right through it. But since it was their friend posting it, they would read it and get more interested. And I think that definitely helps with like a lot of underclassmen that follow me now. They see like they get the opportunity to check out a school that they might have like skipped through if it hadn't been like someone from their school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See it as like, oh, you're sponsored. Like my friends joke around like that all the time, but it's more of where more people can reach it. Like I said, more of an outlook. So I don't think it really like changes anything. I just feel like it reaches out to more people, so more people can like experience the post. So.
I think living in a small community, like my college is right down the road from me. It's like 5-minute drive. And then the school is the high school is right across the street from me. It's a really small community, and I think it did get more attention just because me and the other girl that were doing it, they knew us and they were seeing us do it, and it was getting acknowledged more just because everyone's like, oh wait, that's Maddie, like, and then they would go in and look at it rather than just skipping right past seeing some random person on the page.
Trend, I think it'd be like, I know like trends are really good, but like dances and stuff are really trendy on TikTok as well. So if you had like something like that type of outlook, then more people would get into it. Because like when you go on TikTok and you just scrolling through, you see dances, and if you go through that outlook, there will be way more people who would like get into it and see it. And also hashtags do a great job with that too, because more people will use those hashtags to get more people to look at it, and they can look through and see everybody supporting it, and it'll probably be more interesting to you if you see more people in your age group doing it as well. So
I think a really cool thing that I thought of was sounds. Like certain sounds get more views, and people want to keep using those sounds. So say the colleges make their sound, and then people are just going to keep using it and endorsing their college. Because I go all the time, I'll click the sound and see like what's the original video, like, what is it actually from, and then that would help with that.